What's up, everybody? Welcome in to Wizards WNBA season preview brought to you by wizardsportspicks.com. Joining with me here is Kevin Thomas and Tom Macrina. But before we get started, if you haven't done so already, make sure you like and subscribe and head on over to wizardsportspicks.com where you find all of our premium plays. But again, this show is all about WNBA, so we're going to get right into it. Tom and Kevin, how are you guys doing tonight?
I'm doing
Good.
great. I'm doing great. Ready to do some watching our teams. Me and Tom down here in Philly, we're watching. We got baseball and waiting for the basketball game to start. Can the Sixers keep going? I don't know.
And you guys got the Flyers as well. Flyers won last night in overtime. Hell yeah, man.
They're good. They're good. The Hurricanes team's way too good.
But WNBA, man. Oh, what's up?
I don't know. I might find a reason to take the Flyers, at least in a series price.
Hey, time off might hurt Hurricanes. Who knows?
Maybe. Well, I mean, we don't even know when we're playing, so that's that. Yeah, but I'm good, man. Good to be here. WNBA season is right around the corner, and I'm super excited.
Oh yeah, we got two new expansion teams as well. We got the Fire and the Tempo. So definitely looking forward to seeing some more WNBA teams. We had the Valkyries last season who did pretty well. So I think we should see the Tempo and the Fire have some decent season, especially because of the expansion draft. But the way this show is going to work, we're going to get right into it, and we're going to talk about each team in odds-on favorite order. So kicking it off is going to be the Liberty. They are plus 220, and they have a win total of 32.5. How do you guys feel about the Liberty this season, guys?
Oh, go ahead, Tom.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Liberty is a stacked team. They have a new coach, so that kind of worries me with the win total of 32.5. That seems kind of high. You don't know how slow or quickly it's going to take the team to gel. You know what I'm saying? But they got players all over the place. Ionescu, Breanna Stewart, Jonquel Jones. They brought in Sabali. A few of these people, I'll call them guys. A few of these guys we know have injury issues. But I think when it comes down to it, when it comes to playoff time, I mean, obviously this team's going to make the playoffs. But, I don't know how good of a regular season team they're going to be. I certainly think they are going to be a great playoff team. So at plus 220, you may be able to wait for a better number in season.
Kevin, how do you feel about the Liberty this season?
Yeah, they're ranked number one for a reason. Breanna Stewart's healthy, but the Satu Sabali, I love the pickup, but the problem is they let her sister go. I think she's with the Tempo, which was kind of confusing to me because if you watched I'm a fan of Sabali, and I watched her with the Mercury, and she kind of fell apart. I don't know if there was personal issues going on and stuff. She just wasn't like when she played with the Dallas Wings. She dominated with the Wings. That's when I really started following her. But with the Mercury, with Alyssa Thomas, just never. I mean, they made it to the end, but you saw how that went pretty bad, pretty quick. So I thought maybe with her and her sister, someone she knew and really, I thought that would be a great chemistry. So when they got rid of, they didn't sign her, so she got to go to the Tempo. That kind of threw me off a little bit. But, with this team, they're stacked. And then you saw how Finich came in and played phenomenal with Breanna Stewart out. So that's just another weapon they have. So if this team stays healthy, there's no reason they shouldn't make it all the way to the end.
Yeah, I'm not going to echo everything you guys said. I agree with the strengths you guys mentioned, but one weakness that I fear with the Liberty is they are too over reliant on their starters. They don't have a lot of depth coming off their bench, and when you get late in the season, getting in the postseason, relying on only the starters to score, I think that's where it can get a little bit dicey and troublesome for the Liberty. But I think they will be one of the top teams to beat this season, no doubt.
Real quick about that, I kind of feel like they do have some depth. They have some bench players. I don't know that they're just a starting five. They're at least 7 deep.
I mean, even with 7 deep, I still think you're still over reliant.
I mean,
That's
I
just
guess
me. When you have
it
big
just
names like
matters
that,
how you set your rotations up, but we don't know what the new coach is going to do anyway. So, yeah,
correct.
I think it's definitely a wait and see. Wait on everything. If you want to take the over under, I'd go with the under.
Me too. I agree with the under 32 and a half. But the next team on the slate is going to be the Las Vegas Aces. And Kevin, since Tom went first last time, you take us away on Las Vegas.
Yeah, how can you not have them in the top three? I mean, AJ Wilson, that says it all right there. I think they did lose a couple. I'm not quite sure, but it comes all back to, AJ Wilson. These girls getting the money and stuff. They're not having to go to second jobs. She was one of the faces of the whole organization, prior to Caitlin Clark. So I don't really have a lot to say. I mean, they are who they are. They play defense, play great at home. So I expect them to be there. The 29.5 might be a little high though this year, because I think some of these other teams really, really stepped up with some of the pieces they picked up. So I would go under on that. I don't think I'd take them to win it this year though either as well.
Yeah, personally, I think they retained a lot of key pieces, which is really nice. Even we saw last year that didn't have, they really didn't have to play all of the regular season. They snuck into the playoffs and they pretty much dominated the playoffs the whole time. Just like the Liberty, I think the Aces are that kind of team that they don't care if they're the first seed, third seed, fifth seed. They just want to get into the playoffs, and I just think they're going to be strong, just as they were last year. Not much difference here. Las Vegas is going to be one of the top teams in the league.
Yeah, I agree with both of you guys. I think top to bottom, the Aces are one of the best teams in the W, if not better than the Liberty. That's just my opinion. But next team up is my personal favorite. We got the Indiana Fever at plus 450 and 29.5 win total. Tom, how do you feel about the Fever this year?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like they're an average team. We're assuming that Caitlin Clark is going to stay healthy. I guess we're going to have to assume a lot of their players that didn't play last season are healthy this season. But I just think they're an average run-of-the-mill team. Just in the East, I think they're only fourth, fifth best team. So I'm not too high on them. I think this number is about right, but yeah, I'm not backing anything with the Fever here.
Kevin?
I got the Fever. Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Alicia Boston fan. Ex-Gamecock. This girl's phenomenal. She did it all without Caitlin Clark there. Now you bring in her old teammate from South Carolina who they drafted. I forget the name, but I know she's a great defender as well. So I think the Indiana Fever, they got some three-point shooting to go with Caitlin Clark if she's healthy. But then they also brought in this other guard that can play defense. I think this team's going to be a great defensive team. I think we're going to take a lot of unders with the Fever this year. But I do like that over to 29.5. I think they can nail that. I think Caitlin Clark is the key, but Alicia Boston is just no joke. And they re-signed pretty much their whole team. I was reading with Mitchell and stuff. So I like them.
Yeah. Yeah, they. I didn't want to speak over you, but they drafted Raven Johnson. She was the 2026 SEC Defensive Player of the Year. So huge addition on defense for the Fever. But yeah, they're fast. They're young. They got Sophie Cunningham back. They got Kelsey Mitchell back. My only concern with the Fever, is they turn the ball over too much. They get very sloppy, and when it comes down to late play, those turnovers can really become costly. But I think they'll tune those kinks out. I think they'll do well.
But I don't think I think the turnovers were more of a fact that the league hated Caitlin Clark prior, and the fouls,
there was a lot of
fouls,
offensive turnovers.
I mean, they weren't calling a lot of those fouls, but now these girls are getting those big paychecks. They're all going to be kissing her ass now. So I don't see the fouls. I don't see the fouls coming. I think they're going to be like, "Oh baby, oh yeah, princess." They're going to be like. So I think the turnovers were, man, she was getting manhandled. So a lot of that was some bad non-calls. But yeah, I agree. They got to clean that up. But I just wanted to say that.
I agree with you too on the over 29.5. Definitely take that. Next up on the docket is the Atlanta Dream at plus 650 and 29.5. I'm not going to steal the wheel here, but I think the Dream are going to have a great season. I really do.
Yeah,
Yeah, man.
if they
I
could
was high on
stay
the
in there,
Dream last season, and they fell a little short. But I mean, they got even better this season, which is wonderful. We all know that they picked up Angel Reese in the trade. They still have Ryan Howard, Alicia Gray, Nas Hillman, Breanna Jones. This front court is strong as can be. I think they're going to play good team defense as well. I think this Dream Team is going to blow out a lot of teams throughout the season. I think they're top echelon here. I love the Dream. Take them at the plus 650. Take them over 29.5.
Well, Tom's dreaming of the dream, and I just can't understand why the LA Sparks got rid of Rika Jackson. I mean, she was phenomenal for them, so young in her career. I mean, it was only her first full year. Now she's already on the dream. I mean, they stockpile teams if they can dictate who's going to be the ball controller, because you got Ryan Howard, then they picked up Skylar Diggins, but whoever they need to get that straight, because Angel Reese, she can work with the ball in her hands as well. So there's a lot of mouths to feed. So let's hope that they don't explode within. Let's hope that they're all happy in a new place like Angel Reese. We saw what happened with the Sky. So let's hope they're all happy, and I think this team can make a big run.
Yeah, I think the one big thing for their Dream is going to be their shooting. If they can get their shooting down, they got some great rebounding down low with the addition of Angel Reese, and I think the Dream can definitely be a team to watch out for, no doubt. Next up, pretty shocked they're down this far, in my opinion, but the Minnesota Lynx at plus 800 with a 26.5 win total. Kevin, how do you feel about Minnesota?
Oh man, yeah, I don't know. I want to like the Lynx. I don't know that I can. I actually am probably going to take the under here. They're not starting the season with Collier. I just don't like how the team's built. I think they're going in the wrong direction. They peaked 2 years ago. I just where a lot of teams got better, the Lynx did not. I think they're just the same thing as the Fever. I just think they're going to be an average team in the league.
I agree with average team, but not like the Fever.
I think Courtney Williams left, right? That was the big loss for them.
Yeah.
So they lost defense, but they brought in probably the best shooter in the draft in Olivia Miles. So I think this team is going to be scoring a lot of points. I mean, they're going to hit the century mark a lot. I think when Collier comes back and Miles, I think once they get a flow going, I think they'll be fine. They're one of the teams that had like a deeper bench as well. So I wouldn't worry too much about them. I think they're right in the right spot. I think that 26.5 might be a little low. I think maybe 28 for them. So I wouldn't pick them to win, but I would pick them to go over that 26.5.
Yeah, I agree with their win total going over. I think similar to what Tom said, Lynx peaked 2 seasons ago. I think they're too over-reliant on their star player, and I just don't think it'll help them in the long run. So over on the win total, but I don't think they do much in the playoffs.
Well, it won't help them if their star player's not playing.
Well, yeah, so there'll be times late in the season where you'll have certain teams that just won't give a crap, and those are the games they'll win.
Well, I mean, what does that matter?
What do you mean? I said I take over their win total, over 26.5 wins.
You're just saying they're going to get some garbage wins at the end of the season.
Yeah.
I got you. I got you. I need at least 12-1 to take them to win it all. But I don't know. I like the under here. I just don't think they're going to be as good as they've been, and I don't think that total moved down enough.
I respect it. Next team up is the LA Sparks, and I think this is a really good price for the Sparks, in my opinion.
What is it for them to make the playoffs? You know,
give me a second while you guys are talking. I'll find it for you.
Yeah, really, the Sparks. I think they're getting healthier, or they're healthy now. which is nice. But yeah, I kind of feel like this is a sleeper team. They've made a lot of improvements over the offseason. Another year for this team to gel. And last year, at the end of the season, they were almost in playoff contention. They went on a nice little winning streak. And I just think they could build from what they did last season. This total has already moved up from 24.5. I like the over, and as soon as he gives me the playoff numbers, I'll probably want to take them to make the playoffs as well.
Oh yeah, minus 425.
Never mind.
Yeah, I think they're good, but I would not be paying minus 425 to make the playoffs.
No. Well, I guess they're not a sleeper. See, so many teams make the playoffs, and it's not done by division. So it's just the top 8 players.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, top 8 teams.
Really, you just have to be over 500.
Mm-hmm. But no, I think the Sparks will be pretty decent. It really just relies on Cameron Brink staying healthy. If she stays healthy, she's going to be a forefront on defense for the Sparks, and in my opinion, they'll win a lot of close, low-scoring games.
My thing is they always play certain teams really tough. They always play the Aces tough because what's her name, Deanna, was an ace. So she always shows up big for that game, and they play tough at home. But other than that, on the road, they were garbage. I mean, they almost got in the playoffs, which there was only 13 teams, 8 make the playoffs. And with all that veterans on there, I can't believe they didn't make it. So I'm going to smash the under in that win total.
Yeah.
I might smash them not to make the playoffs as well. If it's minus 100 to make it.
It's plus 320 for no. Plus 320 for no.
Don't talk dirty to me. Maybe that is the
play. All right, now we're starting to see the price really drop off here. Next up is the Phoenix Mercury at 30-1 to win it all, 23.5 win total. I just think this team is too old.
Too old. I don't know. Last year they got lucky. I don't know. I think they lost too much. I don't think they're going to be too good either. I actually think, because we have expansion teams, they probably won't be a bottom 4 team, but they'll be close to that.
Yeah. I'm trying to see what their odds are for the playoffs. They're favored to make the playoffs at minus 255. That's crazy.
Well, you remember last year when they started, you didn't have Alyssa Thomas, and then when she came in, Sabali was out. Then the guard, she didn't play until like the third or fourth week, so there was no chemistry there. Now you got Alyssa Thomas, her girlfriend's there on the team with her. That's a great bench player. I think Dewanna Boner, right? She's still with them. She came in and played for. Yeah, she played great minutes and stuff. I think Alyssa Thomas. I mean, if she was on a Libby or something, man, imagine that. But yeah, she's a phenomenal player. So you can't count them out of not making the playoffs. But at 23.5 wins, that could be a stretch. That might be the number 23.
Yes. Last year they were consistent on both sides of the ball, which was helped them out a lot. I don't know if you see the same consistency here this season.
Yeah, I'm steering clear of the Mercury in my opinion, but that's just me.
Yeah.
This next team, I'm pretty high on them. It's the Dallas Wings. Same price, 30-1, just one less win projected at 22.5. I'm going to go first this time. I think Dallas is going to be really good. They have a lot of young talent with Paige Buckers, Azzy Food, and Ariki Akuno. I can't pronounce her name, but she's friggin' amazing. She's really good at rebounding. She's big down low. The Wings are young. They are fast. They are talented. They have elite shot creators. I think they have a really high offensive ceiling. Their only weakness is going to be defense. But if they're outscoring teams, who gives a shit about defense? I think this is a great price for 30-1, and I think they go way over their win total of 22.5 as well.
Right. I don't think I'm that high on the Wings. I think they're going to be better than they were last season. I mean, you could only go up. I think they'll be much improved from last season. I don't think that they're going to be better than the Mercury, who we just talked about. I just think they're not ready yet. They'll get there. Look for them next season, the season after, but they're not ready yet.
My thing is going to be the drama that we're going to get, because after every game, they already talked to Paige Buckers, because Ozzy Fudd is her girlfriend, and when they asked her about it, did they take her to make you happy and stuff, and she shut that down real quick, said that'll be the last we talk about it. Well, the first time they lose, that's going to be the first thing they talk about, because they could have had Olivia Miles, who's probably a better guard overall. So I don't know. I think there could be some drama, because they were just talking, preseason basketball, and she already had like a little bit of a titty tat, So I think that 22 might be the right number. But like you said, this is a team we're going to bet the over on every time they touch the floor, because there's going to be lots of points. It's just going to be other teams are going to be able to score on them as well. And I don't know if they really shored up underneath like they could have, because I remember they had that young Mink girl or whatever that they never really played. She was like 7 foot. So I don't know. We'll see what happens though. But yeah, that 22.5 might be a little high.
I don't know, man. As long as the chemistry stays fine and they're a happy couple and no rumors flying around.
Well,
I think
if they're getting paid like season. The NBA, maybe it's going to be like the NBA, because wouldn't it be great if the Fever and the Wings were the top 2 teams? I mean, couldn't go any better for the WNBA. So is Paige going to get some calls that, I hope not. I hope it don't turn into NBA, because I put all my marbles into WNBA because the NBA sucks so bad.
All right. Next up, this is a expansion team from last year. It's the Valkyries. Sorry, I'm trying to get it on my screen here. Plus 4,500 and 22.5 win total. How do you guys feel about the Valkyries?
I thought phenomenal defense. I thought they played great defense and rode their defense. And second year, same coach, so you probably expect a little better output. And making the playoffs in their first year is pretty surprising, especially with a lot of girls went over to the Euro League for a lot of those games, because how when an expansion team plays or drafts, they get like 1 or 2 unrestricted free agents, and then they can get like all these other girls. So they had like 4 or 5 girls that played in the Euro thing for a while. So it'll be nice to see how they mesh together and come out swinging. So yeah, I could see them hitting that number, maybe going over that 22.5, maybe a 24 win team.
Dude, they were a first half machine last season, so we're going to look for that again this season. But I kind of feel like we're going to see a little bit of regression. But I don't expect much from this team. I don't think we'll hear too much about them.
Yeah, I think they'll be kind of that middle pack WNBA team. They did really good last season for their debut, like you guys said, made the playoffs. They have some really good defense, but they have very limited scoring. And as the game goes on, we see that their offense slowly wears down, relies more on defense, and that's going to be an issue. So I think they're a middle pack team, and I think they're right around that 22, 23 win mark, in my opinion. All right, next up is going to be, in my opinion, one of the worst teams in the WNBA right now, the Chicago Sky. 18.5 win total and plus 10,000 to win it all.
Well, then you go first, since you hate them so much, because I'm going to talk them up.
It's not that I hate them. I just think that they're a very
team in the league, dude. Okay. I'm going to take the 100 to 1. I'm going to take the over 18.5. I'm going to take them to make the playoffs. This team is different from what we saw last year. They got rid of Reese. They added Diggins, Carrington, Rakia Jackson. Man, I just think they're going to be a lot better. They have no picks, so they have to build this team to win this year. And I think they at least build it to be competitive. So I like everything about the Sky. Again, take the over 18.5, sprinkle a little bit on that to win it all at 100 to 1. Take them to make the playoffs. This team is not going to be anywhere as bad as they were last season.
Okay. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs, but
Yeah.
I just don't think they have that star power. They're rebuilding right now, like you said. And there's nothing
No,
wrong
they're
with
not
rebuilding.
rebuilding. It's not a
No.
rebuild.
Okay.
I think
Okay.
Camila Cardoso will have one of her best year without Angel Reese there. I think now that she's going to know she's the rim protector, I think she's going to have a phenomenal season. And then I think they drafted Gabrielle Jacquez. Pretty sure that's Jamie Jacquez's sister because man,
Yes, it is.
she can play some balls. So we'll see what happens. But I agree with Tom. I'm going to smash that over here. I think that there's some value here.
I hope I'm wrong, and I hope both of you are right. Next up is the Mystics at 15-1 and 17.5 win total. I'm not high on the Mystics. Young team. They have a good defense, but their offense lacks. Again, I think that their ceiling is going to be a fringe potential playoff team, but at the absolute worst, they're going to be a bottom feeder, man. I don't think they're going to
They'll be a bottom feeder. This is a transitioning team. The whole franchise is in a mess. Didn't they just fire their GM that they just
did.
hired?
Yeah.
I don't know. They might be a really, really, really good fade team, but there's no way I'm doing anything with this Mystics team. Transition team, just forget about them. Nothing's happening.
Fair enough.
Well,
Kevin, how do you feel? Same way?
8 teams make the playoffs, and Kiki Arifin was phenomenal in her rookie year. And then you add Citron, who didn't really play most of the season. So right there is 2 star players, and then you add 6'7" Lauren Betts. Yeah, this team's going to go through some growing pains, but I think in the second half of the season, we're going to see some wins popping up. Is it going to be enough to get in the playoffs? I doubt it in the first year. Do they really want to get in the playoffs the first year? Probably not. So I would smash that under.
Okay. Good stuff. Next one here is going to be the tempo, and I like that win total over right off the get-go. I like that over 15.5. They got Kia Nurse, Marina Mabry, Kiki Rice. They have a guard-oriented team. They're going to be able to score.
Yeah, Brittany Sykes.
Yeah, man. I think the tempo are going to be significantly undervalued in a lot of spots this season, similar to the Valkyries last year.
If Sykes stays healthy, she's a game changer. I would smash that over and for them to make the playoffs because that was my sneaky team to make it in. I think if you're going to have an expansion team make it, it's going to be this one. I think the other one's going to throw in the towel right away.
Dumpster fire, no pun intended.
Yeah. But Fagbini, we've heard so much about her, and she never really got to play a lot. She's going to be a star for that team.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited to watch the tempo. I think they're going to be pretty talented. I really do. Next up is the Seattle Storm at 25-1, 14.5 win total. I don't think the Storm are going to do much.
What happened to this? What happened to this?
It's a shame. Yeah,
what happened?
Dude,
they are rebuilding. They are rebuilding. They literally dumped everybody.
Yeah, they're worse off than a rebuild. I mean, I think they're worse off than the Washington Mystics are. Some of these, the tempo is in better shape than the Storm are.
Just wait till we talk about the Sun.
Well, yeah, that's a whole different story.
But Storm, man, this is just a team that isn't going to do shit, in my opinion. Play the under 14.5. Don't even look at them to even miss the playoffs because it's going to be heavily juiced. Just take the under 14.5 and just write them off.
They're going to get blown out a lot?
Oh, yeah. I think they are.
Yeah.
They're too young, man. Too young, inexperienced, or developing. They're not gonna be able to compose themselves down like 20 points in third
and
quarter.
I thought last year the moves they made weren't great. Bringing in what's her name, that it just didn't work out for them. I mean, she just couldn't get her average up. I mean, she was the scoring champion like 2 years prior, and then goes to Seattle. And it just didn't work out. It was horrible. I can't see them getting any better, especially with the pieces they lost.
And it's crazy because they were one of the top not want to say top, but they were a pretty solid WNBA team 2-3 seasons ago, and now they're just the bottom.
I
Crazy.
mean, last year they were fine. They
Yeah.
they covered numbers too. But yeah, I don't see that. It's a shame. It is a shame.
Yeah. But next up is another expansion team. We got the Portland Fire at 40-1 and 11.5 win total. I think they'll do better than the Storm. Just saying. I really do.
Yeah, maybe.
No,
Bridget Carlton's not that bad.
I think when you saw some of their picks that aren't even going to make it on the court, they already threw in the towel, and they just want to, they're excited to have a team in Portland, and they're going to start building this thing up for the future. But I can't see them hitting that 11.5. No way.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I mean, there is a big talent gap. I won't deny that one. But it just relies on Bridget Carlton, to be honest with you. If she can build the chemistry there, they can develop. But if she flops, then good night, Fire. Good luck.
I don't know. I guess they have some kind of potential, but yeah, like Kevin said, they're not really. I'm not going to say they're not serious, but they're not really serious. Wait till they get a top draft pick, and they could build a team the way they want to build a team.
Yeah, Carlson probably won't be on the team when they start trading away.
Yeah, exactly.
Some team that's in the playoff hunt is going to go after her. I mean, that just seemed too fishy.
She's a trading piece for the future. And then the last team in the W to win the championship this year, at the 50-1 odds, the Connecticut Sun with 11.5 win total. Oh man! At least I got Brittany Griner. If there's any positive coming out of it, at least I got Brittany Griner.
How is that a positive?
Have you seen what they're going on with?
She's older than Tom.
I mean, they lost their arena. They're about to move. At least they have a household name player on the team.
I don't know. You want to talk about a team that fell off from nowhere, man? The Connecticut Sun were like really, really, really good, like a top defensive of all time 2-3 years ago. And all of a sudden, last year, they were just garbage, and they're going to be really, really, really bad this season. I don't know that they care about anything. They're moving to Houston. I don't even know if they play close games.
And they don't. They're not going to give a shit about this season, man. They're bad. They're ready to go.
I think it's that simple.
Fade them at all costs. But yeah, so that was every WNBA team that we went through. For me, my two biggest plays that I'm personally going to be on, I'm definitely going to be taking the tempo with the over 15.5 wins. I think that's a great play. I think they're very undervalued. And then, not to be a homer here, but I'm going to be a homer here, I'm taking the Fever over 29.5 wins as well.
Is there time that like that that the Dream have a better record than the Fever? I wish you could bet that, like a head-to-head.
I'm sure on some like offshore books or something they'd have that, or like a Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese battle, like who's an average more points, or you can do something like that. I'm sure.
Well, last year I gave out Angel Reese to win MVP. It was like 18,000 to 1 or something. I'm going to take that again this year. I think now she's with the Atlanta Dream, being on a losing team, you usually don't win MVP, but I think Atlanta Dream are going to be top 3 for sure. And I think she has a good shot of getting MVP this year and cashing a lot of money. But for my two, that I agree with you with Toronto tempo. I think that's a steal of a deal getting it right now. If we can lock that in, I love that one. But I think the Liberty, I think they win it all. I think they stay healthy. I think that's a no-brainer, but that's just that's a public bet right there. So if I have to pick a sneaky one to sneak in there and someone under the radar no one's really thinking about, I guess I'd have to go with you with the Fever. I just don't see anybody else. I guess, people all like the Aces all the time, but it would have to be the Fever.
You just gotta stay healthy, man.
I'm just stealing your stuff, Joe. I took the Toronto and the
Fever. It's all good, my man. Tom, what are your two?
Yeah, so to win it all, we're going with the Atlanta Dream. But yeah, make sure you look at for the Liberty at a better number than we're getting. I kind of feel like we're going to see a slow start from them. And then for my total, I'm going with the Chicago Sky.
Nice.
I just think they're going to be a lot better than people are expecting. This number is way too low. Revamped team. They're not going to be the joke of the WNBA this season.
That'll be the Sun.
Yes.
Did they get Cheyenne Kennedy back on her team, or did someone else sign her?
I don't
Because I know she went overseas, and I always wondered, and I think someone else signed her, and I thought it was the Chicago Sky again, but maybe not.
Give me a second. I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah,
I always thought she was very underrated. Great defender and could drive to the rim.
No, it doesn't look like
She's not
anyone.
No one took her.
She's the Aces.
Oh no! There you go.
Yeah, Aces did.
Nice,
awesome. But hey, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Kevin, if you'd like to let the viewers know where they can find you.
You get over to Wizards Picks. Check out the YouTube channel. I give out a video every Wednesday, Beyond the Lines, and then I've been giving out a prop every day for you guys. NBA. When NBA stops, we'll do WNBA, MLB if we have to. We'll throw some in there. And got some WNBA season pass up right now over there, $399.99. Get you the whole season. 3 seasons of WNBA. First year, 62%, ranked number 1, and then second year, 56%. Third year, not so great, 49%. So we're going to turn it around here with these expansion teams, and we're going to cash a lot of tickets.
Excellent. Tom, how about you? Where can the viewers find you?
Yep, wrap around every day, Monday through Friday, 12:30 for Tom's smoke break. Don't miss that. We got winners all the time. Wednesdays, I'm on Sports Layer at 6, Pit Stop at 8:15. And then Friday, I do the UFL show at 7 o'clock. We went live before this because we have a game going on right now. But we have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday there are games. I went 3-1 last week in that show, so make sure you check that out. And as I've been saying, we have the best WNBA cappers in the industry right on WizardsSportsPicks.com. If you look at any leaderboards that have WNBA, these are the guys you see. So make sure WNBA is a profitable sport. You can win.
Absolutely.
So
Money
check
is
us
green.
out.
Money is green. We don't discriminate. But for me, you can find me on the wraparound every day, 12:30, 1 p.m. Eastern time. You can also catch me on Beyond the Lines on Thursdays and on the Pit Stop on Wednesdays at 8:15 with my good friend Tom, where we discuss NASCAR. But outside of that, make sure you like and subscribe. Right when you do that, you'll be notified anytime videos drop to this channel, whether it's a live show, recorded, or short. You're liked and subscribed, you'll be notified. But again, this was our WNBA season preview. Thank you for joining me, gentlemen, and have a great night.
Hold on. Make sure you jump into Discord too. If anybody needs an invite, we got you. And let's catch some tickets.
Yes, that invite will be in the description. Just click it, and you'll be able to join.
Perfect.
Excellent. Thanks, guys.